I think, Hunter, I think they've seen enough of that. Now, if you haven't thrown your laptop straight into the snow, hi, I'm Goth Yeti, and I'm coming at you live from my Flavortown bunker, or what I like to call my funky bunkie. I'd like to welcome all my friends, my fans, and my fellow Flavortonians, and I'd also like to welcome anyone out there watching who might not know who/what I am. Although, if you've just got, if you've gone this long in life without knowing who Guy Fieri is, I got one question for you: how? Right? I guess what I should be saying is, congratulations! You're probably doing something right with your life. I'm sorry, Assembly Theater. I don't think I can do this. You all came here, all the millions and millions of you, expecting Guy Fieri full throttle. But I don't even feel half throttle at this point, okay? This was supposed to be an extreme fever dream live stream that'd make you cream your jeans, but this year it's just been one big punch in the gut. And my gut's been through hell over the years, so that's saying something. It's just like, I don't know. This is worse than the year that I ate 37 McRibs in one sitting and ended up in a food coma for 13 months. But I don't know. I guess we're all in the same gravy boat, right? I mean, like many of you all over the world streaming this, here in Flavortown, we're in lockdown due to the Rona. I'm here in Flavortown taking care of business while my beautiful wife, Lori, actually, I got a picture up here on my cold box. There she is. And my beautiful son, Hunter and Ryder. Hunter's actually running the tech. Next time, buddy, we do a pre-show, let's do like a paid Spotify account. I don't think we have the right to do those ads. Make sure we're getting something from that. I don't know. But look, Hunter and Ryder especially, my younger boy, Daddy loves you. If you're watching this, go to bed before the image of your father is destroyed for all eternity. I mean, look, I just first and foremost would like to say to the citizens of Flavortown who are watching this, I really am here, and this really is live, okay? I'm not like one of those other politicians who, pre-records a video message and then farts off to the Caribbean. No, 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 no. I'm right here, and I'm taking care of y'all because I swore an oath to protect the people of Flavortown. Not on the Bible, but on, bam, diners, drive-ins, and dives, a drop-top culinary cruise through America's finest and funkiest joints. Another sacred text around these parts. Look, I'm the Food Network star you love to hate and hate to love. And as the thespians say, the show must go on, even though on the inside, I feel like burnt grits. So we'll see what happens tonight. Stick with me because what else do you have to do but watch this epic fall from grace, am I right? Full throttle. Look, we'll try and have some fun. I mean, I love my fans. And keep in mind, the first 10,000 viewers will get an autographed lean cuisine sent straight to your house, okay? I feel like this is probably a good time to mention that this show is completely pay what you can. Can you imagine if I charged tickets for this? That said, all the proceeds raised today will go to creating a bigger, better show this summer in Toronto. It's a show that nobody asked for, but I can assure you everybody needs. You know what I'm saying? Now, tonight's not just about me screaming into the camera, even though that is what I majored in college. This is also a chance for you to get to know me on a deeper level. All right? So make sure to stick around for the Q&A, get in all your burning questions. I was going to do a barbecue Q&A. Yeah, a barbecue Q&A, but I'm too sad to grill. All right? And you can still get them in. I still want to hear your questions. Things like, hey, Guy, what the hell are you doing with your life? Or, hey, Guy, when will this nightmare ever end? Or, hey, Guy, are you okay? Actually, I can answer that one right now. No, I'm not, okay? Look, I don't know. You know, my good pal, my sister from another mister, Rachel Ray, she used to say, when you're feeling down in the dumps, you got to express yourself. And there are 3 ways I like to express myself. That's making tasty food and bevies, talking about other people's tasty food and bevies, and something you might not know about me, and that's making kick-ass video montages. Yeah, allow me to subject you to my inner monologue. Yeah, this is going to be just as satisfying as my Guy Italian deli salad, which is a real dish I serve to real people in a real restaurant. Essentially, it's a giant bread bowl the size of a hot air balloon basket stuffed with fresh mortadella and gabagool. Now, let me share my screen here and take you behind the curtains of my twisted psyche. Let's hope that works. Maybe. Oh, it's loading. Live television. There's nothing like it. Maybe I'll share it again. Oh, here we go. See, this used to be my favorite hobby, just walking the streets, watching people through the windows, eating. Can't do that anymore.
All around me are familiar faces.
Remember going out and get burgers with the boys? Can't do that anymore.
Bright and early for the daily races.
Remember when you'd be out at a restaurant and someone would always kind of guiltily say, does anyone want fries for the table? Yeah, can't say that anymore. You know, I was supposed to be at Chi-Chi's, Parkdale, my favorite pizza spot, just going face first into some sauce, having the cheese melt down my chest. Look at the way the light dances on this pepperoni. Can't do that at home.
No tomorrow, and I find it kind of funny.
Look how happy I was.
The dreams in which I'm dying are the best I've ever had. I find it hard to tell you.
Yeah, you know what I feel like? That weird piece of meat.
People run in circles. It's a very, very mad world.
Look at this. Look at this broken man. This shell of a porcupine. I look at that and I don't recognize that guy. I don't know who that guy is. I don't know if I like that guy. Like this year, I haven't been into a single diner, drive-in, or dive. I'm stuck here in this funky bunky with my deputy mayor, my Chihuahua Smokey. He's in there filming his show, Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dogs. He doesn't want to take care of business. He doesn't want to talk to me. The only person I can talk to is this piñata, so it's turned into this whole big Tom Hanks Castaway situation. Then I thought, okay, I'll partner with the top scientists at 7-Eleven and we'll make a vaccine, but that just started turning people's fingers to taquitos, and they had big gulps coming out of all their orifices, and it's just like, my best friend Kid Rock won't return any of my calls, and we had to cancel the Smash Mouth residency. And in a moment of weakness, I point the donut. Just don't look at me, okay? It's just 1 second, guys. Oh, pull yourself together, Fieri. This is not behavior behooving a mayor. Come on, man. Love, peace, and taco grease. Love, peace, and taco grease. Love, peace, and taco grease. Sorry about that, folks. I don't know if anyone is still watching, but what you witnessed there was Guy Fieri's Rock Bottom, which would actually be a kick-ass name for a restaurant now that I think about it, but I think that's what I needed. I needed a little bit of comfort food and a few seconds to cry and weep into the void that is my fridge. I would highly, highly recommend it. But I don't know. Oh, my tattoo's slipping. That's how hot it is in Flavortown. But I don't know. It's just like I've been trying to full throttle my way through this pandemic, and that's stupid. I mean, it's true what they say. It is okay to not be okay, but but being here with all of you, if you're out there, it's starting to make me feel a little bit more okay. I mean, it feels like we're doing an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. I mean, I'm screaming into the camera, and you at home, you're receiving it with this weird mixture of confusion, intrigue, and disgust. I mean, oh, someone's coming in there. Hey, guy, what do you do to wind down at the end of a busy day? I scream into the camera for anyone who will hear me. I've been doing these live streams for the citizens of Flavortown. Eventually, they were like, guys, stop. Put that energy somewhere else. And what's that, Jack Copeland? Was the donut also frosted? Eventually. Look, I'm the people's tastemaker, all right? And it is time to make something tasty for the people, okay? Because that's what's gonna take me from feeling okay to funky, you know what I'm saying? So, I would highly recommend you join me as I make a caliente margarita. That's right. Grab yourself something to drink, because just like my food, this show would be best consumed completely shwasted out of your mind, or at least through a giant cloud of weed smoke. So, like I said, I love myself a margarita, and if you were following me on the social media, then you'd see that I posted my recipe, and you can feel free to make this along with me. Be super fun, or just go into the kitchen, treat yourself, grab something to snack on, get yourself a sweet bevy, whether that's a cocktail, a glass of wine, or a non-alcoholic beverages. You know, some H2O or a big old refreshing glass of grenadine, whatever you got at home. And tell me what you're sipping on too, okay? Post that in the chat, and I can tell you how you can funkify it. You can make it full throttle, you know what I'm saying? Woo, starting to feel better already. So, like I said, I love a margarita, okay? We do margaritas at all my restaurants. At my Italian restaurant, we do a margarita pizza margarita, and that's where we take just slices of za, a whole bunch of tequila, shake it up, and you keep repeating until you either finish the pie or you hit the floor. You know what I'm saying? You could do my watermelon margarita. That's a personal favorite of mine. Although Pete Wells from the New York Times, he didn't like that one. You know what he said about that one? He said that it glowed like nuclear waste and it tasted like a mix of radiator fluid and formaldehyde. So rest assured, we'll be making my caliente margarita, which will not disappoint, as of course, caliente translates to delicious in Espanol. So what we're gonna need is a little bit of a setup here, and it's super, super simple. And like I said, tell me what you're cooking up in your kitchen or what you're sipping on. So we're gonna need a shaker, we're gonna need a muddler, this is gonna come in key in a second, and something to measure out all our liquids, okay? And then here's the top. And then let's make our way into the ingredients. I'm telling you folks, this is gonna be a cocktail that'll rocktail your socktails off, okay? How should I funkify ice wine, guy? Ooh, cold. I'm used to heating things up, but how about cooling things down? What you can do with the ice wine is you can make yourself a killer Flavortown sangria. So take your ice wine and then just add about 2 to 3 liters of Mountain Dew. And then obviously you're gonna want fresh fruit. It's a sangria, so I don't know, 30 to 40 maraschino cherries and a couple Swedish berries, and you're off to the races. Bailey's on the rocks, but should I make it spicy? Yes, and what I've got here, and you can just do pretty much exactly what I'm doing with this cocktail, but just add these ingredients: fresh jalapeno, cilantro, and lime. This is our green trifecta that's gonna make up our caliente margarita. A lot of people are probably going nuts right now at home. Cilantro, oh my God, that makes me shake in my knees. I don't quite get it, but hey, in these polarizing times, I'm not here to divide us any further. So if you don't like the cilantro, you can skip it. But the jalapeno, we need it, and the lime, definitely. And then we're gonna need, of course, our booze. So this is Cointreau, which is essentially an orange liqueur. You can use triple sec, and a tequila. Now, I'm a bit of a tequila aficionado. I love this stuff, and people ask me all the time, guy, when I'm in the liquor store, what tequila should I be looking out for? What I do is I just pick the label that speaks most to my soul. So, as you can see, I've got this Espolon tequila. Can you see that? So the label is a skeleton riding a rooster into battle to kick the ass of other skeletons. Yeah, with a giant wooden spoon, okay? Look, I'm halfway there. Get me a rooster that, you know, they took them all out of Flavor Town, and KFC's got them now, so we'll take them back and I'll ride them into battle. But this is, I want this tattooed on my back like the Sistine Chapel. Okay, so we got our tequila there, and then we're also gonna need some salt in our glass. So I'm missing the most important thing. We need our juices. So some fresh OJ, and then I lucked out and I found some of this good lime juice. You don't want the fresh stuff. Okay, so to salt our glass, you're just gonna take a lime wedge and just lather that around our glass, and then rub that in our salt. Now, you don't have to use salt at home. That's just what I'm doing. I'm keeping it El Clasico, but you can use whatever you want. You can use crushed Doritos. I've got some everything seasoning right here. You could do that. You could do crushed up rock candy from a carnival or crystal meth, really whatever you got kicking around at home. And then we're gonna hit this with some ice. So I'm using, you could use frozen water like a punk, but my fridge here, this is completely hooked up to a giant can of cream soda. So that's what I've got in this guy. So ginger tea over here for me. All right, so what you're gonna wanna do right now is throw that into the garbage and get yourself the biggest beer you can find. A sea salt grapefruit sour goose beer is what Laura Hamill's sipping on. How can I kick this up a notch? A sea salt grapefruit sour goose beer. So, okay, this is what you're gonna wanna do. See, I grew up making pretzels, and that's my first business was having this pretzel cart that I'd wheel around and sell pretzels out of. So what I would do is, if you can get your hands on some pretzels, crunch those up, put them in the oven at 350. You got croutons, and just let that sit on top as a nice garnish. Okay, how many margs can you crush in one night? We might find out, Lee. All right, so I want to get to the good stuff. I want to make this for you. So in here, we're going to take a few lime wedges into our shaker. Boom. And then we're going to take our jalapeno slices. Nice and thinly sliced, not too big. Look, I like it with a nice little kick, but in the spas in Flavor Town, we just put these on our eyeballs instead of cucumbers. And that's why it always looks like I'm about to shoot flames out of my eye sockets into the TV. So add a few jalapeno slices, save a little for later, and then, it's the cilantro. I don't get it, man. People say that it scares the crap out of them, this cilantro. I don't know. It's just people say it tastes like soap. As someone who's accidentally eaten soap millions of times, I don't see it, but anyway, we're gonna add our cilantro. Actually, in the chat, why don't you let me know? Are you team cilantro or team cilantro? You know what I'm saying? So, a few leaves of the cilantro in there, and then we're gonna muddle it. Okay, and this is a great way to just blow off steam. You want this pandemic to end? You just grind up like the little bones of the Flavortonians on my tequila bottle. So, there we go. That's nice and muddled. That's flavored. So then we're gonna add our liquids. So I've got lime juice here, and like I said, you wanna use this good stuff. So give that lime a squeeze. That's right. Batan, hey guy, is a gin and tonic okay? Yes. But what you're gonna wanna do is do a barbecue simple syrup. Whatever barbecue sauce you got kicking around, you add a bit more sugar, you put that just on the stove top, add a little bourbon, and I know that doesn't really, the bourbon and the gin, it doesn't sound right, but it's right. So, we got our lime juice in there. We're gonna go in with 1.5 ounces of that fresh OJ. Yummy. And then 1/2 ounce of our Cointreau. So this is kind of lifting up those orange flavors. If anyone's making this, you should send me a picture. I'd love to know. But I love that everyone's got, everyone knew if I'm gonna listen to Guy Fieri talk for at least 30 minutes, I'm gonna need something strong to get me through. And then I forgot about this, the agave. I love the agave, and this is just a sweetener. You could use whatever you want. You could use a simple syrup, like I said. Even that barbecue simple syrup would be good with this. And You could do like blended up fuzzy peaches, whatever you want to make it a little sweet. So that's our agave. That's our sweetener. I added the Cointreau. Then we got our tequila. You just want to make sure it's good. Yeah. And then, like I said, 1.5 ounces of the tequila. Team cilantro. Oh, let's see here. So Team cilantro. Yes. All right, Jack. Cilantro. Oh, we've got one cilantro, and Laura also is a cilantro. Well, we can't please them all. You could use maybe another herb or forget it. Just you. What do you had? You had your like fruity beer. That's good enough. Oh, forgot we need ice in here. And then we're going to want to shake this up. I'm going to make sure this has some ice ready to go. We love this cocktail. My restaurant, I got a restaurant, Tex Wasabi. It's a fusion of barbecue and Japanese sushi, okay? The style is not fusion, but confusion. And yeah, we do tons of stuff. We do jackass rolls, which is steamed rice, barbecue pork butt, French fries, avocado rolled up, and the Caliente Margarita, it pairs perfectly with that. Let me tell you, at the Christmas party, we just do troughs. We'll fill the piñata, which I would not recommend because it just, yeah, it's just you end up sucking on paper mache. Amrit says, could I add 3 ounces of tequila? Yeah, and you know what? Let me join you because I'm not at a real theater. I want to thank everyone too for being so patient. I don't know. People told me that you're supposed to like hold the house or something for 7 minutes. So I hope this was worth the wait. Bar flare. If you just say bar flare is what I see a lot of bartenders do. You just scream bar flare and you just let everyone know you're doing bar flare. Yeah, that's right. It smells right. Am I right or am I right? So, you gotta garnish. The garnish is key. This is gonna be dynamite. So you add a little jalapeno over the top so that your nose hairs touch it. Once you take every sip, you add a little bit of cilantro, a lime wedge. I threw all mine in to muddle it. So that's our Caliente Margarita right there. Like I said, a cocktail that'll rocktail your socktails off, okay? If anyone made one along with me, I love it. But it sounds like everyone's got Jack Copeland, guy, love your timepiece. Is Flavortown in a specific time zone? Now, God, it's just, I'm melting in here. This is just, this is what happens when you don't have your wife to do your wardrobe here at the, or your costume designers or your friends. You're just, I'm not going back down that road. Sorry. I wanted to change gears here a little bit and raise a glass to all of you. All right, because I feel better already. And it's not because I made an alcoholic beverage. You can do, like I said, do a mocktail version. Forget the tequila, muddle up the cilantro, add ice, orange juice, lime juice, the agave, top with soda, right? So before I dive in here and I have a real sippity-doo-dah, I'm going to just jump in like Shamu the whale in one moment, but let me raise a glass to all of you, to the millions and millions of people who I'm sure are still out there tuning in, whether you're a frontline hero who stumbled upon this in the break room, or you're a stoner who accidentally sat on your laptop, or hey, maybe you're one of my brothers and sisters in the restaurant industry who would have been working a slamma-jamma Saturday night service right now, just curled up in a ball in the walk-in freezer being like, oh God, will this night be over? I'm sure you're doing that right now. I bet you wish you had a walk-in freezer, but you're here and you're with me. And look, you are killing it, my friend, okay? I see, well, I can't actually see you, but I know you're out there. And if you are, you, my friend, you are dynamite, okay? You are kicking ass and taking names, and no pandemic, no virus, no person's gonna take that away from you, okay? We're getting through this, and we're getting through this together. So, if you got a glass with you, raise it, no matter how silly it seems. Cheers with me. Here's to you, my funky friends. Okay, That right there is funky, is flavorful. Shut the front door. Okie dokie, artichoke. I bet you didn't know Guy Fieri was a mixologist too, but that is good. That right there is an ice bath in Flavor Town, okay? I would drink that out of a mop bucket, you know what I'm saying? Actually, there's a good chance you have no idea what I'm saying, and I was actually a little bit worried about that. I know the Assembly Theater was worried about that. If you don't watch my shows religiously, everything I can say can seem a lot like gibberish. And it takes some time to get acclimated to these it can take a little bit of time to get acclimated to the freaky way I speak. And I thought, okay, I don't want there to be a language barrier. I mean, when I come to Toronto this summer, there's enough deterrence on why you might not want to see a Guy Fieri show. I don't want language to be one of them. So I said, okay, I could either get a Guy Fieri interpreter, or I could do what I did for my wife after our first date. See, Lori, she didn't understand a word I said. She was from Ohio, and I had, been speaking the way I speak for some time by that point. And look, I didn't want a relationship that was like Colin Firth at Love Actually. So I created a little presentation for her. And how about I spice up this joint with a sweet PowerPoint that'll catch you up to speed on what I like to call Fieri speak. Ooh, according to TMZ, you and the wife are on the outs. Care to comment? Look, I don't know if I showed you earlier. This is a beautiful woman right here. Lori, here we are photographed in front of a truck. We do that on all our road trips. We see a big truck, we pull over, and we take a pic. But no, we're not on the outs. I mean, I'm here in Flavor Town, and she's keeping the ranch together in Northern California. Funny story, though. This is how we met, and this is a testament to our love stories. I had fired her best friend from one of my first restaurants, Johnny Garlic's, and she came in to raise hell. She ended up taking a seat at the bar, and 25 years later, and Hunter and Ryder were one big happy family. So, AJ, check your sources. TMZ is not where you want to go for information like that on Guy Fieri's love life. But like I said, it's time to spice things up a notch with this sweet PowerPoint. So, bam! How to speak like the mayor of Flavor Town by me, Guy Fieri. All right. What is Fieri speak? So this is the signature language created by me to express myself, and it's a blend of native Flavortonian and California surfer guy. It's all the slang and catchphrases you'll see me using on Triple D, Guys Grocery Games, and all my other shows on the Food Network and the Fieriverse. Before I go any further, how freaking cool is this template, right? Flavor Town. I get asked this all the time. People think that Flavor Town's just an idea, a place that lives in our hearts. No, it's real. It's real, man. And often you'll hear me say on the show, we're riding the bus to Flavor Town. And if I say this, it usually means that I'm eating a dish that transports me straight back, okay? I pull like who's that guy, Anton Ego at the end of Ratatouille? It's just like, we're riding the bus to Flavor Town. It's usually food that's insanely delicious, wrapped in bacon. Keep in mind, the bus to Flavor Town's one way, all the way, and it's now mandatory to wear masks. A hot tub in Flavor Town. So if I'm, on Triple D with a beautiful abuelita and she's got a great stew cooking up, I might go, that's a hot tub in Flavor Town right here. But this could be any hot pot, a liquid yum, chili, tomato sauce, soup, chowder. Where this comes from is that in Flavor Town, there's a bylaw. Everyone's got to have a hot tub in their backyard because each year we do the hot tub switcheroo. And this is where we go backyard to backyard, just jumping each other's hot tubs to try what we got cooking up in there. There's a poster, a hot tub party for your taste buds. Dynamite. All right, this is one of my favorites. Used for flavor so explosive it mimics the destructive powers of TNT. This is for a term, I usually use it when I'm describing hamburgers or food between two buns because historically, burgers were used to excavate the caves of Flavor Town. Just toss them in like a grenade, as you can see by the image attached. So people ask me this all the time too. When the food, it's not some dynamite, what do you do, Guy? Usually that means it doesn't make it on the show. But if your food's average at best, I get a little creative. I might say, let's say it's a taco. That makes me want to walk out the door. I might say, when you want a taco, that's what you want. Nice job. Or I might say, without question, top 3 tacos I've ever had. And then I'll lean into the camera and I'll go, today. Sometimes I'll just I'll just eat and slowly back out of the kitchen, or I might say that's real deal, because it is. It's real and it's a deal, I guess. Now, everyone still gets a fist pump. I'm not a monster. Speed round, joint, that's a restaurant, a diner, drive-in, or dive, what have you. Gangster, this is when food is so good it'll get you in trouble. And righteous, this is for a chef who's cooking at a level, the food coming out of his restaurant, it's gonna get him a full access pass in Flavor Town heaven. You know what I'm saying? Out of bounds, that's when the food, the flavor cannot be contained on the plate. Shut the front door. Yeah, you're not allowed to swear on the Food Network. So when I toss this one out, it could either be because I want to curse, or I'm ordering my crew. Shut the front door, shut the back door, shut the windows. It's time to hotbox the flavor. And then here we got shut the front door. Oh, and then put the shamalama in the ding dong. This one's very self-explanatory. Gotta have that funk. Look, I love funk, and Funkalicious. Probably the day that I discovered that you could take two separate words and make one mega word. I'm sorry, Hunter and Ryder. That was one of the best days of my life. Festival of Funk. This is when your menu, start to finish, appetizers to desserts, just absolutely destroys the synapses in my brain. All right, now keep in mind, Festival of Funk was postponed due to the pandemic. There's a cartoon graphic from last year. As you can see, a lot of fanfare, a lot of pageantry. Fan fave. So this is money. Food that's not just tasty, right? But it adds value to the restaurant. And often I'll be using this one if more frequently now than I've ever used it before. And that's because I'm rolling in dough at this point, and I don't know what to do with it. So sometimes I'll just start eating money, and I'll say, well, this is money, right? Bomb.com tasty. So bomb, the 90s slang for good, and then .com, meaning that it's so good it could carry this domain name. In fact, you should, well, no, actually I should change that. Don't Google it. I Googled bomb.com, and now I'm on several FBI watch lists. So if I'm eating a circular food like a pizza or pancakes or tostadas, I whip out hot frisbee of fun, or I might say that's a manhole cover in Flavor Town. So when food's so yummy, it knocks me out cold, leaving me to remember absolutely nothing, I say that's lights out delicious. Gotta get physical in the kitchen. Sometimes I'll break the fourth wall, look into the camera. I'll wrestle the plate out of a babushka's hand. Sometimes I'll just run out of the kitchen, and the PAs have to come looking for me. It's a fun little game we play. Sometimes I'll just straight up faint. As you can imagine, a lot of doctors in my day have asked to take a look at my noggin, and they'll ask me, Guy Fieri, did you have a successful career as an NFL quarterback? And I'll go, no, sometimes the flavor just knocks me to the floor. Several concussions I've had. I was talking to one of my favorite poets the other day, Vanilla Ice, and he was saying, Guy, you're not just a foodsmith, you're a wordsmith. So here's some of my favorite rhymes. Winner, winner, insert food that isn't chicken dinner. That's a little twist I like to do. Getting freaky with your tzatziki. Salama jamma. I love that llama. Now, use those two sparingly, especially in Greece. I'm on several no-fly lists there. So much salami, call my mommy, and I go berserky for that turkey. Use that one at your Thanksgiving table next year. And, okay, I want to say something. I don't care how you present the food to me. That's where this one comes from. You could serve it on a trash can lid and I'd eat it. And I don't mean that metaphorically. I mean that literally. Bam! As you can see, this is me serving up one of my favorite dishes, actually one of my most popular, and that is my trash can nachos. Literally comes to you in a trash can. And on my website right now, this is real, you can order a trash can nacho kit, where I will send you all the ingredients you need in a trash can to make this dish. Similarly, you can put that on a flip-flop and I'd eat it, and I would. In college, I couldn't afford plates or bowls. I had my Oakley flip-flop. So, thank you for watching that portion of the show. Love, peace, and taco grease. So this is my mantra. You probably heard that when I was, having that little moment in my fridge. This is the trifecta, okay? This is my mantra. This is what I say to myself when I wake up in the middle of the night in a hot, hot sweat of Gatorade, haunted by the ghost of Anthony Bourdain, just screaming like a banshee. I say love, peace, and taco grease. So love, it's the most important ingredient we have. Fresh, free range, farm to table, bacon wrapped, deep fried love. Peace. Gotta have peace in the kitchen. I want peace on the dining room floor. I want piece of cake. I want peace of mind. I want piece of pizza. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, taco grease. You're going, taco grease? Well, when people say you work hard, what do they say? They say you got to put your elbow grease in there. Have you ever had elbow grease? It's disgusting. Taco grease is when you're eating a taco, hard or soft shell, what have you, pick your poison, and you feel a tickle on your arm. You look over and there is red hot taco sauce dripping down all the way to your elbow. You've been there, you know. And you're like, do I grab a napkin, tablecloth it? No shame. You lick it off like a patriot, okay? When I'm in the restaurant, and I'm looking out those swinging doors through the little hole and I see people's arms drenched with taco grease, I know I've done my job right. So I would advise you can steal that mantra. It might not apply to everyone, but hopefully that caught you up to speed on a little bit about how to speak like me, Guy Fieri. Well, I think maybe we should take some questions if anyone's got them. I know people were throwing them in the chat. Annie Luhan said, Guy, would you like to borrow Jordan's margarita machine sometime? Yeah, I've got arthritis in both my elbows and shoulders, and a margarita machine would help. I do make them the old-fashioned way as they did in Mexico, but I would certainly welcome any technologies. So, people can load in their questions, but I also went ahead and asked people on social media to get their questions into me. And a way in which you can do that was on Instagram, on Facebook. And so I just took those questions and I stuffed them in to this Pinata, Pepe. He's been my right-hand man through this pandemic. We've seen a lot together. And now I'm going to reach inside him and grab your questions. Oh, best dish I've ever had. Have you ever had deep-fried ice cream? I love deep fried ice cream because it defies physics. And some people go, Guy Fieri, how can you deep fry ice cream? That defies physics. And I go, you want to see defying physics? And then I just fly away. Yeah, I won't do that now, but I can if I wanted to, and I would. So let's reach in here for a question. This was someone asked me, how do you get to Flavortown? Okay, coming close, children. So to get to Flavortown, it's very similar to in Harry Potter, Platform 9 3/4. So there's this taqueria in Northern California. Around the back, there's a dumpster, all right? It smells of, day old Pico de Gallo. You need a convertible for this. You rent one, you get one for the day, you make one, I don't care. You go around the back to this dumpster, this taqueria, and you drive straight through. That's how you get to Flavortown. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, because of COVID, the portal is closed. We operate very similar. Have you ever seen the movie Halloween Town? Halloween Town, where there's a similar there's like a portal between worlds, and there was a big treaty signed between the Flavortonians and all of us, and the real world. And now you used to only be able to access it on the Super Bowl, but now you can get in whenever you want when the world's okay. Is Gordon Ramsay legit? People ask me about this guy. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay and I are tight. I mean, where do you think he got the name Kitchen Nightmares from? I mean, am I right? Now, if you freeze frame a lot of old episodes of Hell's Kitchen, you'll just see me in the background in a dumpster having undercooked scallops. Just so yeah, he owes a lot to me. They usually just color correct me out. But Guy, what's your favorite veggie meal? Veggie. If someone would want to explain that further, I'd welcome it. But let's see what we got in here. Will you get the vaccine? Somebody asked me, will I get the vaccine? Well, this is a really good question. And look, I've put my body through hell. If you cut me open, I will just bleed brownie batter. So I don't know. It's just like when my brother from another mother, Dr. Fauci, comes to my restaurant, he doesn't ask me, hey, Guy, what's in this? What's in this? No. So who am I to go to Dr. Fauci and be, what's in there? It's interesting that the same people who are against this vaccine are the people who come in and just shovel my Bond meatloaf into their face. They're the people who have never asked me once, hey, Guy, what's in this donkey sauce? They're just No questions there. But all of a sudden, these doctors create this miracle juice to cure you of a deadly virus, and it's like, I've got several follow-up questions. You know what we should do? Here's an idea. With margaritas, have you ever had a Mexican bulldog where they put a Corona coming out the top? Just get shots of the AstraZeneca vaccine jumping out of margaritas, and people would take them. So, well, what do we got? How do you spice up a pumpkin spice latte, Guy Fieri style? All right. So what you're going to want to do, and I usually have pumpkin spice lattes. This is around the holidays. So once you've gotten your turkey and you've kind of eaten most of the exterior meat, you got the carcass, right? You take pumpkin spice, a lot of vodka, and you just take the carcass of the turkey and you swing it and you football it. Actually, that's what you do. You Charlie Brown football it, you kick it, and you have a football game with the carcass, and you drink a pumpkin spice latte. Let's take another one from Pepe the Pinata. Any upcoming projects? Yeah, I never sleep. I got like 35 shows coming out. One of the ones I'm particularly psyched out of my mind about is well, like I was saying earlier, I used to have this pretzel cart. That's because one day my family, we all took a trip to Lake Tahoe, and this guy was selling these pretzels, and I was like, this is amazing. So we went home, my dad and I, we built a pretzel cart, and I started selling them. Eventually, I raised enough money. This is a real story. I raised enough money to go to culinary school in Paris. And so here's an idea for a show. Step aside Dragon's Den, step aside Shark Tank, get ready for Guy Fieri's Pigsty. This is where kids come and just pitch their food businesses. I don't care. Lemonade stand, yeah, here's my money. Wagon full of deep fried Oreos, here, I'll give it to anyone. And we've actually doubled this up, and we've partnered with Chris Hansen from To Catch a Predator, and we're just... we're using these businesses to catch a lot of bad people. Would you ever collab with Kid Rock on a restaurant? Yeah, we got a restaurant coming out soon. We're going to do it in Flavor Town. We're going to do it in California. It's called Hep C. See you there. Hep C you there. That's good. Let's take another one. Any Toronto recommendations from a native TOer? Yeah, I mean... like I was saying earlier when I was playing that video, I desperately want some Chi-Chi Za. If I could get some of that, I'd be the happiest little camper. I don't know. There's a few places. I like Logus Corner in Parkdale. They do these momos. They're just like pillows in Flavor Town. I just want to have beautiful night sleeps on those. Yeah, so delicious. I'll tell you one place I will not be going, and that is Adamson Barbecue. You guys hear about this guy? I think he's in Etobicoke, and yeah, he's just letting people run willy-nilly in his restaurant during a lockdown. Are you serious? But you know what? I've heard from my culinary compadres that this barbecue is, I don't know. I don't think I'd stop there anytime. I don't know. You didn't hear this from me, but I heard a rumor that Adam Skelly from Adamson Barbecue, he cooks exclusively with beaver meat. Yeah. So I don't know if you like beaver meat, you can go there when it reopens. But I don't know if you take away anything from tonight, it's that Adam Skelly from Adamson Barbecue exclusively cooks with beaver meat. Why do you think he was going through the drywall trying to get into his restaurant? He was hiding the beaver meat. Veronica says, hey, Guy, if you could invite anyone alive or dead over for trash can nachos, who would you call? Good question. I think it would be my Bizarro Universe version of me, which to me is Jack Black. Has anyone ever seen Jack Black and me in the same room together? Are we the same person? I don't know. If you can get us in a room together over trash can nachos, I'd see it to believe it. I have weird visions that I once shot the movie The Holiday, but apparently it's Jack Black. Has Flavortown explored space food at all? Yeah, there were some dark days where we were just sucking packets of potatoes, but we got through, and we're stronger for it. We lost a lot of people to the packets. The ice cream was particularly terrifying. It sends a shiver down my spine. What would you serve Jesus and the apostles at the Last Supper? Adam. Wow, what a question. It would probably have to be my Guy Italian fondue dippers. This is a giant baguette, deep fried and wrapped in pepperoni. You dip it like you just almost like, in like Les Mis or just like, oh, but you do that with a baguette into some fondue. It's made out of sausage, cheese, sour cream, pina colada, just shards of bacon, so pointy it'll break your jaw. I don't know. I think Jesus would be into that. I mean, after the Last Supper, he had some big days. He needs some protein. Uh, Sasha here. Are you familiar with Caroline Manzo's Momo obsession? Get me Momo Momos. I want Momo Momos. You know what I'm saying? I want them now. And anyone who's a fan of Momos is a friend of mine. Great question. I'm going to take maybe another one from the bucket here. Favorite pizza topping? A second pizza. You ever had this? It's a double-decker pizza. I don't know. It comes from England or something. It's delicious. Just a secondary pizza. Let's do another one. And I promise I will put you out of my misery. Is anyone still there? If you are, chef's kiss to you. Guy, how spicy is too spicy? Unfortunately, when you realize that it was too spicy, it's too late. But if you ever get just a trickle of blood that pools by the corner of your eye, that's when you know. Let's dig in deeper here. This is a good one. Favorite grocery store item? It's gotta be the Humble Marshmallow. I love marshmallows. I love a marshmallow sandwich. Now this can either be 2 marshmallows with a bunch of deli meats in the middle or a big like ciabatta bun filled with marshmallows. What Carly says, what's in your pockets right now? Or am I just happy to see you? What's that? What's that kind of comment? Actually, my pockets are empty because I haven't left this funky bunky in quite a long time. I don't know where my keys are. Luckily, I've got 2 pairs of sunglasses in case of emergency. So I don't know. I should keep a 3rd pair in my pocket. That's actually a great point to make. What I should do is put hot pockets in my pockets. That would be a great line, fashion line. What does dolphin meat taste like? Come on. I don't know. This is, I used to be best friends with a dolphin. And yeah, I used to ride up and down the coast of California. And he used to go, grr, grr. And I used to go, hey. And he'd go like, grr, grr. And I'd be like, you're dynamite, buddy. And yeah, it's been years since I saw him. I hope he's okay. But oddly enough, so I was watching, you watch Bridesmaids. So Melissa McCarthy, and this is a real fact, says that she based her character in Bridesmaids off of me, Guy Fieri. She actually told the director she wanted her hair dyed. So she's got that monologue where she talks about like rescuing a dolphin. I think she just stole that straight from my life. I mean, so she talks about it in a movie, and all of a sudden she gets an Oscar nomination, and here I am. Your skin is beautiful, Guy. Thank you. What do you use? I do exactly what I've been doing with my hair across the pandemic. I use a brand called Hellmann's male, and I put that on my face before I go to bed, and it just creates a crust. And when I get up in the morning, it just shatters like just into dust. And that's how I start my day. Guy, would you rather ride a Segway or have to skip everywhere? Well, one of my favorite movies is Paul Blart Mall Cop. I love Kevin James. In fact, one of my proudest moments was when I ran craft services for both Grown Ups 1 and 2. So Segway all the way, every day. What is the meaning of life? Did you hear that silence? I haven't been silent in 47 days. And it came to me. And who's that, Annie? I'll write you later and I'll tell you. But you're not going to like it. Okay, so I'm not going to get us down in the dumps. It's dark and it's scary, but it came to me. Maybe we'll do one last one because holy crow, it's 9 o'clock. I gotta watch SNL later. That hunk of burning man meat from Bridgerton's on there later. What's something people don't know about your past? Ooh, a lot of people don't know this, but Um, this is a real fact. When I was younger, I was trampled by a horse. That's correct. And I bet you're sitting there like, a lot is making sense right now. Once upon a time, I was trampled on by a horse. So I feel like I hope I got to a lot of these questions. There's some people are mentioning people I don't even know who. Maddie Matheson, you could be my friend. I don't care. Silvio Berlusconi, is that the former disgraced prime minister of Italy? Yeah, sure. I have restaurants called Guy Italian. Guy, do you believe in ghosts? Did you see that? I don't know. I've had too many margaritas. I do now. My God, now they're coming in. Okay, is there a cost to fame? Have you ever been tempted to join Scientology? Well, look, I told you earlier about the trifecta: love, peace, and taco grease. Trifecta. Yeah, I'm not saying I'm the head of the Illuminati, but I'm not saying it. Do you know what I mean, Jack? Yeah, so you can't double dip, okay? You can't be part of Scientology and the Illuminati. But speaking of double dipping, God, isn't it going to be nice to be able to double dip and not kill our loved ones? God, can't wait for that. Sylvia says, what food will you have to celebrate the quarantine anniversary? Yeah, I'm going to take this piñata that's filled with questions, and it's also filled with candy, and I'm gonna pop up. Actually, I'm gonna pop a bottle. I'm gonna pop a bottle of this. Full candy bars. What I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna follow it up by this. This is my own custom tequila. It wasn't ready for tonight's performance. Yeah, the way I make my own tequila. I've been doing it over quarantine. You know, a lot of people have been doing bread starters and stuff like that. No. What I've been doing is I've been filling up my bathtub with rubbing alcohol, bathing in it for 3 to 5 hours, and then letting that ferment. And then you get something that looks like this in color. It smells like honeydew, but it tastes like burnt arm hair. So look out for that on your liquor store shelves. I hope I can get it out in time for the quarantine anniversary, but if not, Sylvia, I would recommend you get in your bathtub and just let it ferment, and you'll wake up in a year from now, and gosh only knows this will all be done. I don't know, guys. I think that will conclude the Q&A. Pardon me, the Q&A portion of the performance. Now, before we wrap things up, and like I said, I'm gonna send you out of here real soon. I just wanted to say thank you to the kick-ass team at the Assembly Theater for having me. I want to thank Cass Van Wyck for helping me run this whole show, more like Cass Van Sick, am I right? And look, before the big finale, and I want you to stick around for this, go check out the crazy dynamite work that is happening in the Window of Opportunity Festival. I mean, there's some work that's already come out. There's some work that's still to come out. I'm just Guy Fieri in this sandwich of windows of opportunity. And I watched this video. There's these crazy raccoons from Toronto. Check that one out. It was crazy. It reminded me of this time on Triple D. We went to this truck stop in Montana. They tricked me into eating raccoon sliders. Gave me nightmares for weeks, but in a good way. What you can also do is you can donate to all of these shows as well, including this one here. And you can do that by going to www.theassemblytheater.com. That's www.theassemblytheater.com. There's going to be a pop-up. It'll take you to a magical link, and you can donate. And, like I said, everything will be going to making a bigger, better, stupider show this summer for all of you. And if you loved what you saw tonight, donate if you can. And if you hated what you saw, donate out of spite. I mean, that's essentially how I built my whole career. It's just people, no one will love this guy. Joke's on them. Everybody loves me. So thank you for that. I'm gonna need your help for this last bit, because honestly, I haven't eaten in about an hour, and I'm gonna hit the bricks. I am hungry. I'm like, I could. Hey, did you? I don't know if my Chihuahua ordered a package. I'm just gonna 1 second, guys. Stay with me, please. 1 second. What the heck? Ah! It's a Gigi's Pizza from Parkdale. He came to Flavortown. Okay, there's a note. guy. We hope this helps you feel full throttle until we can grab a slice together. Enjoy the Assembly Theater. Are you kidding me? That is too much. I mean, look, that warms my clogged up heart. And honestly, being with all of you tonight, this is completely warmed my heart. I mean, look, this has been one hot mess of a year, and trust me, it takes one to know one. But I think we needed this. Maybe, I don't know. Was this relevant? Maybe. But look, I look forward to the time where we can finally all break free. We can get out of here, and we can go break bread with one another. We can eat, drink, and we can be merry. And I'm going to need your help for this last part, okay? And this might sound silly, but get up off your feet, make yourself a little petite dance floor, and let's get freaky. Let's make ourselves a little dance floor and think and manifest those better days that are coming where we can finally break free, where we can all be together when this is done, when we are loaded up with vaccine and the lockdowns are lifted. You know you want to. You're like, do I get up? Yeah, you do. You need this. Remember going dancing? Remember when you go get dinner with your friends and then you'd be full of food on the dance floor? Juices commingling? Yeah, soon we'll be able to do that and not die.
I want to break free. I want to break free. I want to break free from your lies. You're so self-satisfied. I don't need you. I've got to break free.
And we will when it's safe.
God knows. God knows I want to break free. I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love for the first time. This time I know it's for real. I've fallen in love.
God knows.
God knows I've fallen in love.
Dance with me, baby.
Strange, but it's true. Hey, I can't get over the way you love me like you do. But I have to be sure when I walk out
That door.
oh, how I want to be free. Oh, how I want to be free. Oh, how I want to break free.
Get out your air guitar, babies. Think about it, guys. That day where your friend calls you up and it's like, want to go for dinner? Yeah. Want to go get shawarma after a long night of dancing? Yeah. Remember sitting on the curb after going dancing and just eating a shawarma, and all of a sudden one of those pickled turnips falls out and you're like, oh no, but it doesn't matter because there's no pandemic anymore. Those days are coming, and until then, we gotta look after each other. We gotta